Welcome to the V. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Aston Martin! And to all of the ho-ho-hos out there, Merry Christmas to you too! Merry Christmas, Fedora! Merry Christmas, Nicole Goddess! Yes! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. Hey, I like this little hip-hop Christmas song. All right. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Oh, okay, so it's Christmas Eve. So they tell me. Huh? They tell me it's Christmas Eve. Hey, Barn Dog. Oh, you guys have no idea what this week has been like for me, okay? It has been crazy. A freaking roller coaster ride all week long. I'm not even supposed to be in my home right now. I'm supposed to be on the other side of the country. But unfortunately, on my side of the country, there's a whole snowstorm happening, okay? And so, actually, what's today? Today is Saturday? Yeah, so today's Saturday. I was supposed to be in California on Thursday. Thursday, I was sick, wasn't feeling good at all, and couldn't even like fathom getting on a plane and being on a plane for a long period of time, right? So I was struggling with that. I was able to make a change to my flight to the next day, which was perfect because the timing was gonna be even better. So I was gonna leave today. No, wait, what's today? Saturday? No, I was leaving yesterday. So yesterday the snowstorm hits and I can't even before I could even get out of my house, there was a notification saying that my flight was going to be delayed. Next thing I knew, there had already been probably at least 8 to 10 flights that had already been canceled earlier in the day. So I was like sitting around thinking, okay, this one's going to get canceled too. And evidently it did, because they contacted me and said, well, let's move you to today. So today I'm trying to get out to leave, and I had 3 Ubers canceled me. Okay. I was setting an Uber to take to the airport. 3 of them canceled on me. Then I finally get, no, I'm sorry, take that back. 2 canceled on me. I was on the third one and was headed, was at the airport really, but just hadn't made it all the way up to like ticketing and was too far away to be trying to walk, especially because it was like, I want to say it was like 4 below this morning. It was crazy. And there was this long, like, traffic, like standstill traffic on the ramp just trying to get up to ticketing. I want you to know that I live less than 15 minutes away from the airport, more like 10. Okay. That's without getting on the freeway or anything. 10 minutes away. I'm literally right by the airport. Do you know it took me probably about 4 hours getting to the airport and then returning back home because I missed my flight today. So I was so depressed about it because yesterday was my son's birthday and tomorrow's Christmas. And I've missed both now. So, long story short, there were no more flights available until like Tuesday. So I'm actually going to go on Thursday. It's been reset. The weather is going to be much better. It'll be completely fine next week. And then I'm just staying for the probably first couple weeks of January. I'll just stay out there. But bottom line is, I was so distraught earlier. I mean, I was really in my feelings and was feeling bad about it. But I'm glad that, I'm home, I'm safe. God is still good. He is good. And, my son had a good birthday. He'll have a great Christmas. And I'll be there next week and we'll do like a big, like, New Year's thing now with the family and stuff out there. So, anywho, I'm home and glad I could at least say hi to all of you. Hope you guys are having a good one. I have good plans. Hey, Shell. Hey, Voodoo. Child. I know. Yeah, 25 below with wind chill. It was crazy. Like it was what, 10 below yesterday or something like that. It was like really crazy. And you're right with the wind chill. You know what? Let me see if I can play this. Did y'all see Kev on stage? He is so freaking hilarious. He had a thing, I want to say, was it today? Let me see if is it on his YouTube page? He was talking about how how people kill me talking about it's 10 below, but it feels like 25. He said, if it feels like it, it is that. I was like, oh my God, that is so true. Because, the weather people always say it's this degrees, but it feels like this. Well, if it feels like that, I agree with him. It is that, ain't it? Why they be saying that? Why don't they just tell us it's 25? They say it. Let me see if I can find this thing. When I tell you I hollered. See, can I find it? I'm gonna play it if I can find it. I might have seen it on I might have seen it on Instagram. Let me see. Child, it was hilarious. What y'all doing tomorrow for Christmas? I was thinking, like, I don't have any, this is terrible. Not that you have to have liquor to have fun, but I was like, oh, it would have been nice to have had, like, a nice little cocktail. I wanted like some Bailey's on the rocks or something like that to have tonight. That would have been nice, but I really don't even have any liquor here. I might have some wine, but I don't want a glass of wine. Let me see if I can find this thing that Kev said. When I tell you I was hollering, I gotta find that. Kev on stage. Do y'all ever listen to him? Hey, dear self. Hi. I'm sorry I wasn't like, yeah, like some eggnog. That would be good. See, and I know my son, he loves some doggone eggnog, boy. A lot of kids do though. I mean, he's not a kid, but he has liked it forever. Um, that would have been really good. Hold on, let me find this doggone thing now. I know I just saw it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Hold on.
Weatherman, let me tell you, when it's cold outside and you say, "Oh, it's agree," but it
Hold
feels
on,
like
hold on. This thing's still playing this music. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can go back to. Oh, you know what? I think I can play it. Let me share my screen. I can pull it up on here on Instagram. Let's see. So hilarious. So what are y'all doing tomorrow? Tell me in the chat. What's the plan? I think I might because I think it's gonna be, warmer. And when I say warmer, I mean like at least double digits. I don't know. It'll be in the positives here next week. Let me see, where is it? Yo. Okay, here we go. Let's see, is that it? Okay. All right, okay. Let me share my screen. Hold on. He is pretty funny. Um, okay, so it's this one right here. Oh, no sound. Hold on.
1 degree, but it feels like negative
Hold on, Kev. How do you make it go?
20 because the wind chill, then it's negative 20, okay? If it don't matter what it is, if it feels like less. And right now it feels like negative 1,000 degrees. I'm in Toronto. I try to pee on myself. The pee got stuck in my urethra. Okay, that's how cold it is out here. Stop telling me what it feels like and what it is. It is what it feels like. You understand me? I don't know how people is living here. I seen people outside, they got on hats with hoodies, and they ain't even put the hoodie on. They out here deluded. They out here, they lost their mind. They got cold, they ain't even got no hat on. Why you got a hood? You ain't got no hood on. It's negative 1,000 degrees. The devil said everybody here can make it. I'm not even finna come over here and visit and try to tempt y'all cold out here. I can't feel my fingers. I ain't felt my fingers since I got off the airport. Why y'all living here? Is everything okay? Why would y'all live in a place that gets this cold? Huh? Weatherman, get your act together and stop lying to the people. The wind chill factor is the only factor. It's freezing. Freezing. Dear weatherman, let me tell you, when it's cold outside and you say, "Oh, it's 1 degree, but it feels like negative 20 because the wind chill," then it's negative 20, okay? If it don't matter what it is, if it feels like less. And right now it feels like negative 1,000 degrees. I'm in Toronto. I try to pee on myself. The pee got stuck in my urethra. Okay, that's how cold it is out here. Stop telling me what it feels like and what it is. It is what it feels like. You understand me? I don't know how people is living here. I seen people outside, they got on hats with hoodies, and they ain't even put the hoodie on. They out here deluded. They out here, they lost their mind. They got cold, they ain't even got no hat on. Why you got a hood? You ain't got no hood on. It's negative 1,000 degrees. The devil said everybody here can make it. I'm not even finna come over here and visit and try to tempt y'all cold out here. I can't feel my fingers. I ain't felt my fingers since I got off the airport. Why y'all living here? Is everything okay? Why would y'all live in a place that gets this cold? Huh? Weatherman, get your act together and stop lying to the people. The wind chill factor is the only factor. It's freezing. Freezing.
That mess right there made me holler. You hear me? I was hollering. Lord, Lord, Lord. So, anywho, so what y'all doing tomorrow? Okay, so let me see. Let me read, see what y'all have said. Okay. No double digits, barely out of the negatives. Is that true? Man, let me look. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What is it gonna be? No, Fedora's just up the street, so she's whatever her temperature is, it's probably mine. Well, look, we got double digits tonight. You got double digits tonight. Fedora, y'all got double digits. It's 13 here tonight. Now tomorrow it says it's gonna be a high of 16, baby. Yes, ma'am. It's gonna be a whole heat wave up in this bitch. Okay. It is gonna be 16 degrees. Yes, ma'am. On this here Christmas. Oh, and then I saw this. I don't think I didn't post it on my Instagram, on my V Lenore Instagram. But I saw the cutest. Oh, let me see if I can pull this up for you. I don't know. You guys may have seen it before. Let me see if I can find it though. It's when I was at the airport, I saw Santa. Well, kind of. I'll show you. Hold on. And no, don't get too excited about it, okay? Calm down. Calm down. Ah ha ha ha. Here it is. Which one? Yeah, I think it's this. Here, let me share my screen one more time. I love this. Let's see, share. Okay, watch this, y'all. Oh, wait. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm pretty sure you can. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Share again. Have y'all seen that before? Hold on. I loved it. Share. Now I don't know how big I don't think I can make it that big, but let's see. Oh. Look at that! There goes Santa! Did y'all see Santa? Wasn't that cute? Have y'all seen that before? I love that old thing. 16 degrees and where you are, Nefertiti? Yeah. Did you hear the bells jingling and all that too? I love that. Anywho. So let's see. What did y'all say y'all doing tomorrow? Let me go back. It was out in the early morning AM. It was freezing. Yes, child. Icicles on your nose. When he said that the pee wouldn't come out, child, I died. I hollered. A mess. Hey, Jerome. How are you? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Let's see. Yeah, so Fedora said no double digits tomorrow. Yeah, Lord, child. Hey, Queen Lady T, Merry Christmas. Petey Pete. Slavery was so bad that our ancestors kept running north until they said, fuck it, it's to go. Shut up. And that's how Black folks ended up. Hilarious. That's hilarious. Hey, Moji. Below 13 here. Oh my gosh. It's below 13 there. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy. Ooh. Not tomorrow. It's gonna be 9 degrees is your high. Well, we our high the what was it yesterday or day before wasn't even it never even hit zero. It was crazy. Crazy. My furnace just kicked up to 63 from 58 for the last 2 days. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am never, never, never really cold, right? In the winter, typically, because of the building that I live in a high rise kind of building, and it's an older building. So it was built like I want to say in like the probably the 50s or 60s was when it was originally built. And when I tell you that I typically don't even turn my heat on because everyone around me, people in, their condos. So people who, you know, if they're upstairs, downstairs, on each side of me, if they got their heat on, child, it's blazing in here. Okay. So I'll be like, I don't even need no heat on. I have a fan on year round. Okay. Don't get it twisted. And might have my window cracked. In fact, I did have the window cracked up until about maybe 3 days ago. Honestly, it got so cold I had to shut my windows. Then I had to turn on the heat. Then today I was like, okay, I don't know why, but I cannot warm up. I could not warm up. And so finally, I kicked up the heater. I think I think I got it on 72, which I never do. I always have it on like 67, like all the time. Okay. If the thermostat has to be on anything, it needs to be like 67 year round for me. And when I tell you I had to turn the heat on up to like 72, put the thermostat on 72, child, and I don't think it was ever 72 in here, but my God, honey, I stay hot. So it got cold. Wow. I set mine to 90. Dear self, 90. And it's so cold it won't go past 72. Wow. Girl, what you mean 90? Jesus. That's way too much. Sagittarius Queen. Yeah, barn dog. Oh, you're in the Midwest too. Okay. So yeah, I'm in the Midwest. Um Yes, Santa was on that plane, Nicole. Didn't you see the I thought that was so freaking cute how those reindeer were in the front. I bet the kids really get a kick of seeing that every year. That was so cute. Wow, a lot of apartment buildings in New York don't have thermostats. What? They turn on the boiler for the whole building, and some of those suckers get. Yes. Now, see, well, here's the thing. So we have thermostats, but the thing I don't like because it is, I'm guessing it has to be because it's an older building, and I've lived here. How long have I been here? Uh, so I've been here 8 years. Oh wow, no, 6 years, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years this month, as a matter of fact. And um child, I what I hate about it is because even though we have thermostats, they still turn the heat on, certain months out the year, and then they turn the air on for certain months out the year. And I hate that shit because a lot of times they're turning the air off sooner than I want it off, which pisses me off. Okay. And then the heat's coming on sometimes sooner than I want it to come on. So it's like, man, So like I said, I hardly ever turn the heat on. Now I keep that air be blasting. Okay. I keeps the air on blast and I keep the heat on nada. Okay. But not not this week. It's cold for real, for real. And I think because I was in and out too. I was in and out trying to, get to the airport, get back from home from the airport, all that foolishness that I had to go through the last 3 days. So I was like, ugh, I think that made me cold too. I'm hoping my car's going to start up, child. Good grief. Home is over 100 years old, so I expect it. Oh, yeah. Well, Fedora, I always did, but da. Okay. Well, anywho, what else is going on, y'all? So tomorrow I think I'm gonna go like to my cousins, go see a couple of my cousins tomorrow, see one of my girlfriends and her husband and kids. And I used to every Christmas go to a friend's home. She comes in town. She's my girlfriend, one of my best friends who lives in Chicago. She comes home to Columbus every Christmas. And so usually what I would do is my son and I used to go to her and her mom's home, well, her mother's home here for family game night on Christmas night. So I might do that tomorrow night. Um, Thank you, V. Let mine run a minute. Oh, what you talking about? Your car? What you talking about? Your heater? Your car? What you talking about, Sagittarius Queen? Yeah. Yeah, PDP. That's the worst. I don't like that mess. In fact, I have considered, and I was like, I don't know that I'll be here much longer. Like, I might be here one more year max, you know? So it may not make sense, but I have literally thought about buying like a portable type of air conditioner. You know what I mean? Like not the kind that go in the window, but like one that, I mean, I'm guessing, don't they make portable ones that like I could just sit up in the corner, like they got fans, having a little air conditioner. Well, then again, some of these newer fans, though, now that I think about it, they're pretty strong. It's probably would do the trick. But I need something like that because this damn building right here, I never lived in probably in a building like this before. So, anywho, I was like, oh my God, it's hot. Yeah, be careful too, Sagittarius Queen. It's late. Yeah, let that thing run, but be careful. We had a whole situation here in Ohio. Did y'all hear about those twins that were abducted? It was I guess this lady left her car. She was Ubering or something, or door dashing or something like that. And she had twins. And so I guess she had the twins in the car and she left the twins in the car, child. Now, mind you, too, it's cold as hell. So, I guess she felt like, okay, I gotta work. I can't have a babysitter, but I don't like the fact that she was, she was going to have to leave the car running in order to leave her babies in the car, right? You can't turn the car off and then lock the babies up in there. Child's a mess. So anyway, okay, good, Sagittarius Queen. So I guess she was making a run and somebody stole the car with the babies in it. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Stole the car, then dropped off one baby at the airport in the car seat. Now, this is what I thought was crazy. I don't understand this part. Yeah, she was working, Fedora. She was working as like a Uber driver or something like that. Not Uber driver, but a Uber, like Uber Eats or DoorDashing or something. So I guess she went to drop the food off or something, and the person stole a car with the babies in it. I thought she was getting a pizza. Oh, is that what she was doing? Oh, was she picking up the pizza to go deliver it? Because my understanding is that she was doing, that kind of food work or something like that. And then she dropped off, but this other person steals the car with the twins in there, drops off one twin at the airport in a car seat. I didn't understand that. Dropped off one at the airport. Praise God they did. Somebody found the baby, and they were, I don't know how, well, because there was an Amber Alert out, so they were able to figure out, okay, this is one of the babies. But then they were nervous, like, well, they couldn't find the car, they couldn't find, and they no one had said anything about finding the other baby, and she didn't leave both at the airport, just one. They said she was all up in Huber Heights, Fedora. They said then she stopped somewhere else. Was she at I want to say they said she was in Huber Heights, somewhere else, but they ended up finding, locating uh, the baby and the woman. Well, all I know is that they found the other baby alive and well, praise the Lord, yesterday morning, and in Indianapolis. And they arrested the woman. So I didn't even look to figure out what happened with that part. I was just happy that they found that other baby. Oh my God. And that poor baby, I didn't understand. I don't know if he was just super sleepy or what, but when I tell you he was laying in the arms of this one police officer, it was a white police officer, and these were black babies. It was a black woman too who stole the car with the babies in it. Anywho, but this white cop, there was all these pictures when I saw that they had found the other baby, that it was this white cop and that baby was just laying up in his arms. So it was just later today, this evening, I happened to see, I saw the video of right when they found the baby, and this woman, I guess, had reported it or whatever. And there was two cops they were in like a fast food restaurant or something, and this other cop, it was a black cop and a white cop. So the black cop took the baby from the white cop, and when I tell you the baby wasn't crying, he just looked tired and limp kind of, but he seemed like, I don't know, but everybody was just so happy to see the baby and everything, and that he was, he's alive and everything. I'm sure they were going to take him right to the hospital, have him checked and everything, and they were notifying the mother and all that. But yeah, they were showing the video. It was just, oh man, yeah, she better go under the jail. She going to jail. I don't understand why they made safe haven. Yeah, I don't understand what that woman, I don't know, she had a drug problem. Like, I don't know what that was about. I mean, what was she doing? Like, she stole the car and drove from from Columbus. Wasn't she, didn't they start in Columbus? Yeah. So left from Columbus and went to Indianapolis. So I was like, well, why did the woman, I mean, I don't understand. What was she trying to do? I don't understand what that was about. But anyhow, I am so glad, yes. And I'm sure that mother is happy. Can you imagine? Can you freaking imagine? But I tell you what, well, I think that they were doing some kind of fundraiser or something too for the mother, because obviously she cannot continue to work in this fashion. But doggone, daycare is so freaking expensive, so it's hard. And she got twins too. Like, you're damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Like, I'm sure that woman thought she was doing the best she knew how to do in the moment. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. But I think they were doing a fundraiser for her, and I pray that she's able to raise enough money to either get a babysitter, or if somebody will hire her for a job. Hell, I need to find out what she does, or if she need a job, child, because my God, I do not want her. I'm sure she'll never put herself in that situation again, or her children for that matter. But yeah, it was crazy, Fedora, wasn't it? It was sad and crazy. Like, who steals a car in Columbus and then takes it all the way to Indianapolis? Because at first I was like, was she trying to steal the babies, or was she trying to steal the car? In either case, neither one of those things made sense at the end of the day. Yes, 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 PDP. That's exactly what you saw. It was everywhere. Well, at least we had it everywhere here. Um, Mother should get locked up for leaving the kids in a running car. Who does that? Yeah, look, I know it's not. Now let me really break it down for y'all. Okay, 800 a month. That's no. It's about 400 a week. What you talking about, Fedora? It's at least 400 a week for one. Okay, and they babies. The younger they are, the more expensive it is. That's the thing about it. So, um if you think about what would you have to earn in order to a pay for daycare and then pay for your expenses on top of that. Like, it's crazy. It's so super crazy. Now, what I was going to say though, to Nicole's point about who does that. Look, back in the day, look, I ain't gonna trip. When I was a kid, my dad used to leave me in the car. I mean, it was a different day. I mean, he wasn't never gonna leave me in no car. I mean, I wasn't no little kid. But you could leave your kid in the car while you went inside somewhere real quick. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it wasn't even illegal to do that, as a matter of fact. Um, it got to the point where they were like, don't leave your kids in the car with the windows rolled up. I feel like that was a law before it was don't leave your kids in the car was a law. Am I tripping, Fedora? Do you remember that? Back now, and maybe y'all didn't look. I know when I was a little girl, I have sat in the car a couple of multiple times, and shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I did. I used to walk to and from school in kindergarten. Look, my mother used to tell me stories, and I was like, who raised you? When she was a little girl, now mind you, this was 118 years ago, okay? My mother, when she was a little girl, she said she was 8 years old, she would take the bus across town, pay bills for her mom. She would pay bills. She would then just go to the movies at 8 years old. Okay. So I know that was 125 years ago. That's one thing. By the time I was a little girl, my mother wouldn't let me go very far by myself, but sitting in the car, maybe. As long as she could go in, and she'd be like, keep these doors locked, don't let nobody in. It was always that kind of thing. Shoot. You right, my auntie left myself, sister, and cousins in the car and go into the store. That's right. We would always be in the hell. I would beg them, please let me just stay in the car. I'd had the radio on. Child. We didn't have nothing. All you could do is have a book. Maybe I'd have one of them puzzle books or something, or a coloring book, or crossword puzzle, some stuff like that. And shoot, be sitting in there listening to music, singing songs and all that. We didn't have no iPads and all that stuff that can really entertain a kid now. But shoot, I used to think about the road trips we'd be on and how boring. I hated road trips as a kid. I hated them. I hated them. I hated them. I liked getting to where we were going, of course, but I hated being in that damn car for 125 hours. It seemed like one way. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine if we had like iPads and iPhones and all this stuff now, streaming services that you can access in your car? Oh my gosh, time flies. But yes, child. So I say all that to say though that there was a time when that wasn't that big of a deal, leaving your kid. Now a baby, that's something different. But I'm sure that woman thought, well, I'm just right here. I can see my car or whatever. But evidently you can't see it if they can get in it and take it. Child. I know, Sagittarius Queen. I'm definitely telling my damn age. I guess back in the day it was cool to run in and out, but in this day, yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hell, I remember as a kid, I could go outside. My mom and dad would peek out there every now and then, keep the door open while I'm outside playing with my friends. By the time I had a child, wasn't no way in hell we was ever gonna let my son just be outside. In fact, we would like there was like about 4 or 5 of our neighbors who also had kids around the same age as my son. So we would always have there'd be one parent on duty, kind of, officially, unofficially. You're There's this one parent that's gonna sit out on the porch for the duration that those kids are outside. And it didn't matter whose yard they were in, we were gonna be able to watch and see them, child. Hey, the truth, Merry Christmas. I was just thinking about you yesterday. So funny. Sure was. How are you? Hope you're having a good holiday season and keeping warm. I was the one who could go to the store because I acted like I had some sense after. I know that's right, Fedora. Ciao. But yes, so times are changing. You would not want to leave your car running out front now. None of that. Back in the day, that was another thing. That wasn't necessarily as much of an issue. Hey, so what y'all think about? I know we talked earlier. We talked on Fi's channel. What was that, yesterday? Where we talked about the Tory and Megan situation. I know Fi kind of touched on it, and Coupon touched on it earlier this evening. We did not talk about the Bishop Whitehead situation. Did y'all hear about Bishop Whitehead got arrested again, basically? And this time for fraud. And I guess the feds, remember when Larry Reed had mentioned a couple of months back when all that stuff went down with Bishop Whitehead and that situation with that lady where he grabbed that lady from behind or what have you. Child, and remember he got arrested. He did well. I don't know if they actually booked him, but they took him in. They detained him, but they arrested the woman, I guess. And so after that, Larry come out and he said, and let me go back. Let me go back. Before that happened, after that whole robbery situation, we talked about the robbery situation. Remember, he completely was furious. Bishop Whitehead was furious with Larry Reed for discussing the his whole situation and the robbery, and he felt like Larry was you know trying to pin that on him, and that it's Larry that was calling him a fraud, you know, when it was really just the public, right? Everybody kind of had their thoughts about that situation. I know I thought it. Now, obviously, those people have been arrested for that particular robbery, but Larry had come out and said that he had talked to the feds and that he knew that that man was going to end up being arrested by the end of the year or something like that. Next thing you knew, he had also mentioned, Larry at that time had also mentioned that he sent word to Bishop Whitehead's wife through mutual acquaintances that she should separate herself from him, separate her, even if she's not going to physically separate from him, that she needed to separate her money from him because some things were coming down the pike. And so then the next thing we knew, he got arrested for that, or detained or what have you, due to that whole situation with that lady when he grabbed her by the neck, right? And the lady ended up getting arrested, I guess charged with trespassing or something. but they did not arrest him, or at least they didn't book him, but they took them both to the station. Right after that happened, Larry came out and said, now look, that's not what I was talking about. I said he was going to get arrested, but that's not what I was referring to at the time. And then fast forward, this situation happens. So Larry came out basically again and said, hey, this is what I was talking about. I told y'all this was coming. I told people who were mutual friends of that woman, the wife, and himself, that she should separate her funds or whatever, because it's coming down the pike. And it also sounds like he would always talk about his relationship with the mayor, and then he had said recently too, after all that burglary stuff and all these different situations, that the mayor was no longer taking his call. It sounds like the mayor was separating himself from him too. Child. Well, now he has been charged with federal, fraud. What did I just see? I think the truth said, feds arrested him for a crime he committed. Oh, it was years ago? See, I don't even know all the doggone the details, child. Yeah, Fraud Bishop, the scammer. I knew he was going to jail. Well, he's been to prison. Like, I think he didn't he do like 10 years? Or he did or maybe 6 years. Did he do like 6 to 10 years or something like that? In the pen before. And I want to say that was federal. I want to say it has something to do with, I should have researched it, but I know we talked about this a while back. But I think it has something to do with, because I think he was like a stockbroker or something. Didn't he work on Wall Street or something? Child, yeah, he sued 2 YouTubers. Who? I know he said he was going to sue Larry. Who's the other YouTuber? Child. Well, it sounds like, look, I always tell people, the feds don't play. They don't rush to do anything. They've been watching him for years. So this is something that took place a few years back. That makes sense, because it takes them, they just sit back and they collect all their data. They are tracking long before you even know they are tracking. They don't play around. Who's Derek? Oh, Ajax wife did too. Oh yeah. What do you mean that they're going through a divorce or whatever? Yeah, that's another story. We can talk about him in a minute too. But yeah, back to the bishop real quick. The bishop was saying he was gonna the truth that he went to jail for credit fraud, okay, and embezzlement. I wasn't sure if it was laundering or whatever, but embezzlement, okay. So I'm sure it's probably a similar type of thing. He probably, thought he had mastered it. They always think they come out of prison. Sometimes they sometimes either become better criminals or just addicted to it sometimes. But anywho, Fedora saying you're asking, wonder if Derek Jackson's wife put her money to the side. Child. Yeah. So who's the other YouTuber, the truth though, that he took that lady's 401k. Yep. Told her he would get her a house. Yeah, $90,000. $90,000. But I guess there's 2 different people. It's that person, that lady, and then there's one other person too, I think, that he took money from. His girlfriend would steal credit card numbers, and he took the numbers and shut up. See, and that's the thing. When he took that lady's $90,000, talking about he was going to invest it for her. But she thought well, no, he says that he told her it was an investment. She was under the impression he was helping her get a house. And neither happened, to be quite honest. It's a mess. A mess. So I wondered what is did Tasha K, has she addressed it? Because Tasha K was, I swear, she, now allegedly, I do not know this for a fact, but it was my perception. It was my thought that she was the one that was sharing all that information from Daryl Moore's channel and those interviews. I believe she's the one who put him onto that. I believe she had those recordings, to be quite honest. And I bet she was the one who got him those recordings, because every time he was about to play those recordings, she magically would appear in the chat and he would invite her up, you know. Mm-hmm. And now that he's been arrested for this mess, has Tasha K even mentioned it? I know he came out and claimed that, it is what it is. He's going to be found not guilty. He's not worried, but we know he's worried because he went live no sooner they let him out the damn jailhouse doors, child. He was live. Yeah, he robbing old folks out their money. Yeah, he has to rob somebody for them cheap ass, ugly ass suits he has made to wear. Child. Mm-mm-mm. A mess. Now, speaking of separating, so to Fedora's earlier point about Derek Jackson, I think Derek Jackson's wife, I think that lady is really having a breakdown, because she was like just recently speaking correct. I don't want to say, yeah, well, did y'all hear one of her last videos? Let me see if I can find it. Like she's different. Oh yeah, she's on Instagram. In fact, I don't even want to listen to it. The woman is a little odd, but one of her last videos, she was saying, you all keep my name and my, basically the husband's name out your mouth. Oh, who's Demario? Oh, King Jives. Yes. Oh, that's right. Larry Reed and King Jives. That's right. I forgot about King Jives. Yes, that's right. I forgot his name, Demario. Um, so his name is Javas. Oh, Jives. Yeah, is his last name really Jives? I didn't know if that was like a name, like a handle, a YouTube handle, but I guess not. Interesting. Yeah, he's got a whole story too. His family. Um, So, anywho, back over to Derek Jackson. So she had put out this video where she was saying, keep my husband's name. She said, Derek Jackson, whatever her name is. She said their proper names, and she's like, basically, she was rebuking anybody who would speak negative about either of them, and she started rebuking every individual and the oxygen that they breathe in and out. Like she was saying, I hope that it chokes you. And she was just saying some crazy stuff. Like it's really wild. So I thought they were still together. And then next thing I knew, Tasha K was busting him out again, saying that he was out, having an affair and he was seen with this woman. And come to find out the next week, he announced his divorce. So I guess they were already separated, and maybe it was, an understanding between he and his wife this time. But yeah, What you said, she was acting foolish, but I think she means that. I don't think she thinks she's being foolish. I think she is serious as a heart attack. And that's why I think something's wrong with her, because the way she looks and dresses and stuff is very different than if you look at pictures of her from like maybe let's say a year, maybe 2 years ago, and before that, she dresses completely different. She, just her whole presentation of herself is completely different. It's just I don't know. I think that woman is going through it, and I could see why he might leave. I mean, she's I don't know if he drove her crazy or what, but I'm praying for her, honey, and all of that. So yeah. And then Megan the Stallion is saying she gonna be suing some bloggers that are out here, I guess, spreading false narratives about her. And she's gonna be suing the bloggers. I guess everybody's taking a page out of the Cardi B book. The thing is, though, you got to make sure that what you are hearing is not an opinion, or you got to make sure that it's not something that's been reported some other way, and these folks aren't just sharing what's been reported in the past, or like what worked for Cardi B may not apply for the Megan Thee Stallion stuff, because Tasha K was spreading things that she knew was false, and that we know from Tasha K's own mouth. So that's a little different than people saying, well, I think this happened, or I think Meg did this, or I think she knew that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shireen, Merry Christmas.
I'm so excited. I've got a
Uh-oh.
countdown going. Try.
Oh
Hey,
my.
Siri.
Siri just went to talking. I said Shireen and they thought I said Siri. Oh, thank you, Shireen. Happy holidays to you too. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Thank you very much. I hope you're have a safe and warm Christmas. How about that? What's the temperature there? Are you still in, yeah, you're in the Virginia area. What's the temperature like there? I mean, that's kind of close to DC. Does it get like cold there? What you say? Fedora said she turned cray cray in hopes that the Lord was going to say, "Shut up, Fedora." Talking about that lady. I don't know, child. But when she was looking crazy, she just be looking real wild, and she be talking real crazy. Oh, 13 degrees. Okay, yep, like here. That's what it's like here too. Child. Um, exactly, the truth. He said doing commentary and reporting is different from spreading gossip and rumors. Very true. And so that's why, it's going to be interesting to see how that works out for her. I think sometimes I think these people say what they're going to do in hopes that it'll scare people to shut up. But that's why, I like to make a point to say allegedly, or to say this is what I believe to be the case, or this is what was reported here, or whatever, or this is my opinion. So you do have to be careful though. So, anywho, well, I feel like coupon now. I'm at my 59-minute mark. Um, Initially, I thought about like coming out here and like singing Christmas carols and all that. Now I feel like I'm ready to get in my bed. Okay, it is 11:55 p.m. where I am at on this December 24th, 2022 night. To all of you guys, I hope that you all have a wonderful Christmas. If you are in good health or in reasonable enough health that you can hear what I'm saying, you can see, or you can experience YouTube on any level. If you got anybody um, who you can call family, even if it's family you have chosen, right? Because the truth is, I got a lot of people that I consider my family who are not blood related to me. So if you have family, if you have loved ones, if you had a meal, a hot meal today, hell, if you had a cold meal, if you had a meal, you got shelter, you got clothes on your body, you got heat in the midst of a storm, a winter storm, if you've got uh, just a safe space, you got more than a lot of people around the world. And we should be grateful for what we have. And I'm just prayerful that those that are suffering, that are in pain, that are missing loved ones who have transitioned, or those that you're no longer in touch with, that God heals your heart, that you come to really lean into gratitude, because the one thing that can help you through a painful moment is expressing gratitude and really valuing gratitude and the things that that are really that God has blessed us with. And I know that when we are grateful for the small things, he will bless us with even more. And that's even more family, even more prosperity in your relationships, in your work life, whatever it is that you desire. So I just want to say, um, I'm grateful. I like I said, I had a moment. I really did. I was in tears earlier, and then I said, you know what? I'm not where I thought I was going to be on Christmas, but I could be a lot worse places. I am going to see my family next week, my baby. I will see him next week. And that's a blessing. I'm believing God for that. And it is what it is. And I'm grateful that he is safe, he is in good health, he is doing well. I have people in my life that love me. I have a church family, I have friends, I have all of you. And I've got so much more to be happy about and grateful for than I do to complain about. So, you know, we all have moments. A lot of folks have lost loved ones, but God never replaces people, but He will send you what you need when you need it. So I pray that everybody who is lacking in any way, that you find the blessings that are present in your life and hold on to them, be grateful for them, and trust God for bigger and better in the future. We made it through 2022, y'all. There's only 7 more days left in this year, and we made it through. Um, and I bet at the beginning of the year, you had no idea all the things you were probably going to be faced with this year. And had you known, you may not have been able to make it, but you did. How about that? I think that's why God doesn't tell us too much more than what we can. He knows what we can handle. So, it is what it is. All right, y'all. So I love you too, Denise. Merry Christmas. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I think it's time for me to go wash my face, brush my teeth, find me a good movie or something to turn on. Oh, before I go, okay, really quickly, before I go, How many of you have seen The Best Man, the final chapters? It came out on the 22nd. How many of y'all have seen it? It's on what's it called? Peacock. I saw it. It is it's kind of like it's like a limited series kind of thing. So it's 8 episodes. They're like 40-minute episodes. And oh, you watching it now, Fedora? Okay. I'm going to look it up now. Okay, we have to do a review next week. I don't want to say how I feel about it. But let's do a review next week. Please go watch it if you haven't. The Best Man is one of my favorite movies of all times. The Best Man Holiday I liked even more than The Best Man, and I didn't think that was possible. And I'm feeling like I want to turn The Best Man Holiday on tonight because I don't want to get too heavy into something new tonight. But you guys watch The Best Man. It's called The Best Man, the final chapters. It's 8 episodes. You can watch it on Peacock. And you don't have to pay for Peacock, the Peacock app. They have a paid version or a couple of paid versions. You can actually get the free version and you can watch it. Okay, so watch that. And let's come back next week, maybe the first of the year, and do a review on it. Okay, I want to hear what you guys think about it. All right. Good. Okay, so the truth said this Christmas is my favorite Christmas movie. Oh, is it? Yeah, with Idris and Regina King and Chris Brown. I like that one too. I do. I like that one too. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm out of here, y'all. You have a very Merry Christmas. I don't know that I will be on Five Babe and QB's show tomorrow. If I am, I'll see you there, hopefully. But if not, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and we'll touch base in a couple of days. All right? All right, everybody, be good to yourselves and to one another. Smooches. Bye-bye.